Hello, WiLLo Davis. How's it going? I'm sorry if there ends up being weird thing going on with the green screen in the background. I was gonna put a light on it, like to just be on the green screen so it's illuminated properly, but I didn't. Maybe next time. But anyway, as we approach 2020, the new year, the new decade, 2019 has left me with a lot to think about here, and I'm getting kind of ticked off. So I just wanted to sit here and record a little bit of a rant. What the past year has shown me is that when it comes to like public figures and especially YouTubers and stuff, they will be forgiven of every scandal, every controversy, every obvious and blatant issue with their actions or characters quite instantly. I'm all for people being forgiven when they realize their mistakes and actively seek to change themselves. I do believe people can change. I like to see people given second chances so they can prove that they can be different and fix mistakes and all that. But we've reached a point that you don't even really have to like apologize, at least not that seriously, and you don't have to prove any actual change, and people will just forgive instantly all of these public figures. Most recently there's this whole Nikocado thing, that whole video kind of exposing his actions and weird intent and whatever. Wow, are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me Nikocado is a bad person? I am shocked. Stunned. There was literally no proof of this before or otherwise. Anyway, so people are saying, and this is what triggered this chat here, is I saw people saying like, oh, he's not gonna be able to come back from this one. It's not gonna be so easy. It's gonna be fine for him. He's just gonna walk it right off. He probably doesn't even have to address it. I know like there was a video he was like going to address it, but then he just did the thing he always does where he just like vaguely references it for 5 seconds and then the rest of it's a mukbang that he tricked like thousands and thousands of people into watching like 55 minutes of him like eating or something. Anyway, he's gonna be fine. Like, he will surely recover from this. All he's going to have is just more attention and more money at the end of it. It has been proven time and time again throughout the past year or two. Think about Trisha Paytas with that whole trans issue thing where she said she wasn't making money off the video. Then she went on the H3 podcast and even looked at her stats and said that she made thousands of dollars off of it. So she lied about that. And the whole thing was just very schemy sounding. And yeah, she's doing fine. Friggin' Shane Dawson is out here on Instagram posting pictures of him with Trisha Paytas and Nikocado. It's a real shame to see that. Shane is giving such a pedestal to these problematic folks, including Tana. He put Trisha and Tana as like names in his makeup palette, and Tana did that whole thing with TanaCon. She really doesn't deserve an audience when she literally knew she was doing wrong with that whole thing and like improperly hired for it and everything. And it was a big shit show, probably on purpose. It was probably like a disaster on purpose for more attention. Left a bunch of her fans outside burning under the sun for hours and hours. No one cares about that anymore. That's over. She won Creator of the Year, which is a stupid fake award thing anyway. Logan Paul with the forest thing. People got over that real quick. It was a big talk of the town, and now he's just more popular because of it, really. The point is, so people aren't really being held accountable for any of this stuff, and it's gone like too far that, like, as I said, I like to see people being able to change and fix their mistakes and stuff, but it's moved past that to now people are just forgiven without any sight of any kind of change or anything. And so there's all these problematic, it's mainly YouTubers that are like getting the attention around this community, obviously, because we're so closely associated. But it's like, you know, there's all different aspects of media and public figures of any kind or whatnot. The presidency. Okay, so if you're a frequent watcher of our little community, take like Amberlynn, she with the like exposing the name and number of like a doctor's office that she was like having a problem with, knowing and probably intending for people to call and like harass them. And it like people are gonna move on from this. Like you and I will probably mention it again, but you know it'll just pass. It'll just be a thing that got her more attention and more money in the long run. And like yeah, you gotta realize, like, when you have a following, when you're a public figure, if you incite for people to do things, basically tell them to, and they do it, you're almost as much at fault as if you had just done it yourself. I know obviously you're not the one like actually acting on it, but it's the intent is the problem. Knowing that if you like insinuate for people to do something and you have a following that they will probably do it, you are somewhat responsible for that. And like I'm not saying like if it was an accident, like, oh yeah, I can, you know, I want to say things, it doesn't mean that people have to do them, but if your intent, and it's obvious that your intent is for people to do it, then that's when you're responsible. And so here's the problem, like, how are people being held accountable for these things? Like, YouTube doesn't really want to do much about it, especially if it's things that aren't directly related to YouTube or videos that they've posted on YouTube. Take like Tana, like, I know there were videos for that, but like, you know, YouTube's not gonna like take away Tana's channel because of her being a person trying to make a convention that was doomed to fail from the beginning. What these people want is attention and money, and just each of those things will feed off of each other as it goes. So, like, are we partly to blame for this, for giving it more attention? Should we not even murmur their names? Because I always hear that's the best way to go about this, and I don't have the answers. People say, oh, they're a troll. If you just don't give them attention, then that's the only way you can do it. You just have to ignore them. And people will use the excuse like, oh, well, we're exposing their wrongdoings to everyone so that everyone could be more aware. But that's not really working anymore, is it? You know, it's like the people who are watching the videos are already aware of it. At a certain point, are we not just giving them more exposure, which leads to them getting more views, more money, more attention, more fame? I don't know. Maybe, like, if someone's doing something you think is truly wrong, maybe should we just like block them or something? Or just try to just snuff them out, basically. When someone's profiting off of being problematic, what can you do? And I'm a big fan of comedy, by the way. I'm not saying like people aren't allowed to make jokes anymore or anything, you know. I'm all for freedom of speech and all that. But, you know, like, jokes by Anthony Jeselnik aren't like video proof of people being actually like manipulated and deceived and victimized. It's like trying to learn a lesson in philosophy. Like, so Amberlynn talks about how her dog is very sick and she's scared and crying about it. Doesn't take the dog to the vet. Is it my fault for bringing attention to it? What can be done about it? Am I supposed to ignore it so she doesn't get the attention? What happens to the dog then? I don't know. Maybe people just need to be more accountable for themselves. It's like littering and recycling. It's like, yeah, you can't get everyone to just go on board with it, but like, I guess like do your best. Like, if people are really profiting off of just like doing really, really bad things, just like try your best to not give them money, I guess. I don't know, like, and I never like to say like, oh, we should all mass unfollow or you know, ad block or watch this here instead of here so they don't get the revenue or whatever. Because as much as I could do that, people could do that right back to me, and I don't want to get involved in some kind of like unfollow war. I don't think that's I don't find that to be the solution for this. So what's the solution? Do we keep exposing and wait for some higher authority to finally do something about it? Are we overreacting about these things? You know, it's like one thing to just be like ridiculous. Like you can be a professional troll, just like say ridiculous things, do wacky things to yourself and whatever, just, you know, to just rile people up. But when there's like actual people involved and marginalized communities, actual victims, it's like how are these people going to be accountable for all this? And I hope people don't see this and just be like, all right, whatever, SJW. It's not like that. I swear, I watch South Park. I make edgy jokes with my friends. I like to have fun. Hey, iDubbbz was one of the first YouTubers I watched. And this is not me saying like, oh, I'll never do a reaction video again or anything like that. I still don't know what the actual solution is for any of this. So I guess my own advice for now to myself can also go to anyone listening. And it's just, I guess, focus more on yourself. I mean, by giving this stuff attention, you only seem to be amplifying it and signal boosting it. So just try not to bother yourself with things that you apparently don't have much control over. Look to improve yourself and be a good example to others. I plan on being on YouTube for a long time. This is not a make or break moment right here. I have to keep on focusing on myself and what I'm doing and trying to be the best possible. So I can't be defeated by getting ticked off that other people are getting away with bad things right now. And getting back to basics with the reactions is going to be important for me. You know, I've always from the beginning wanted to be watch a video, laugh at the video, make funny jokes about it. That's in like getting too deeply involved in the inner workings of all this stuff. It's not fun and it's not funny to me. It's, you know, it's not the type of stuff that I like to watch. I don't know how my YouTube homepage for the other day was just covered in people talking about the latest Nikocado drama. I don't really care. I really don't. I was like, where are all my videos of people talking smack about the latest Pokemon game? I want to hear people say all the bad, all the glitches and lack of content with that. I do play the game and I enjoy it. I just love seeing people complain about it. Because they have fun with it. That's what's fun. I like that stuff. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to not take this stuff so seriously. I'm going to try to not give attention to people who so badly want it that they're willing to do terrible, terrible things for it. Because that seems to be what they want. And so, yeah, I'll continue to sit here and watch videos and laugh at them with all of you doing reactions and other stuff. You know, I have some original content. I swear I do. But when it comes to some like the scandals and the drama and stuff, like maybe that's when it's time to like take a break from it. Like just silence it for a little bit so that you don't give them all what they want. You know? I don't know. What do you think? Maybe we'll have a chat about it down in the comments. Let me know. And so that's about all I got. Thank you for listening. Be sure to give me your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this little chat, give it a like. It helps. It spreads the word a little bit, makes the video appear to more people and all that. Thank you. I really look forward to 2020 being our year. Big improvements. Lots is gonna happen. Come on. Optimism. I am literally so proud of you. So anyway, yeah, that's it. Just keep in mind the power of the individual. Reflect on your own simple actions and how they might be boosting a bad message. Is that hypocritical to say? I don't know. I need to think about this some more. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. WiLLo Davis, out.